Hello my dear students, welcome back to chemistry class setup. In the previous class, in part 5 video class, we have seen about the physical properties of ethers and also alkoxymercuration and demercuration reaction. Now in this part 6th video class, we are going to discuss about the chemical properties of ethers. Okay na beta? Yeah. So before that introduction, how ethers undergoing chemical reaction and which type of chemical reaction and reason why. Okay na? Right. Ether's general formula is ROR. In ether, O connected to right side alkyl group, left side alkyl group. Is there any direct hydrogen atom in contact with oxygen? Yes, यहाँ पर एक oxygen भी, okay, hydrogen is not in direct contact with oxygen. That means in ether, no active hydrogen atom. Due to absence of active hydrogen atom. Due to absence of no active hydrogen atom, we have to say that ethers are less reactive. Less reactive means we have to say that they are quite stable in nature as compared to alcohols. Because of in alcohol, the general formula is nothing but ROH. Okay, as per that formula, we can say that O connected to hydrogen. Since hydrogen is nothing but we have to say that active hydrogen. Due to presence of active H atom, alcohols are more reactive. Due to absence of active H atom, ethers are less reactive. Less reactive means quite opposite. We have to be say that they are quite stable in nature. Okay, na beta? So due to such stable, quite stable nature and due to their less reactivity, we have to say that ethers, they does not show reaction with alkalis, nothing but bases. They does not show reaction with active metals like sodium and potassium. They does not show reaction with dilute mineral acids like HCl and H2SO4 like that beta. And due to absence of hydrogen atom, they does not undergo reaction with oxidizing agents like KMnO3 and K2Cr2O7, and that does not undergo reaction with reducing agent like lithium, aluminium hydride, LiAlH4. So under normal conditions, ethers, they does not show reaction with any type of chemical what I have written here. So these reactions are not possible for ether. Okay, now at which condition beta? Simply we have to say that under ordinary conditions, and also we can say that under room conditions. So under room conditions, ethers, they are not going to exhibit reaction with any type of substance which I have written here. Okay, so no reaction with here alkalis and active metals and mineral acids and oxidizing and reducing agents. For this, okay, now substances, ether does not show reaction under normal conditions, but ethers, they can show chemical reactions by giving special conditions only. So what are the special conditions we have to be right, and how ethers undergo chemical reactions, that one I am going to be discussed now. So specific conditions nothing but some suitable temperature and suitable pressure and suitable catalyst, like that specific conditions we have to be used. So under specific conditions only, ethers, they can show chemical reactions, but under ordinary conditions they does not show reaction with any type of reagent. Okay na beta? Due to reason is because of they are quite stable in nature and less reactive than alcohols. Because of in ethers there is no presence of active hydrogen atoms. So due to absence of active hydrogen atom, they are quite stable in nature and less reactive in nature. Due to such less reactivity, they does not show reaction with any type of reagent under ordinary conditions, but by giving special conditions and specific conditions, definitely ethers, they are going to exhibit the chemical reactions. So what are the specific conditions are there, and how ethers undergoing specific chemical reactions, we are going to be discussed one by one. Samjhe na? In that, reaction number 1 is reactions involving cleavage of CO bond. Reactions involving cleavage of CO bond. How CO bond undergo cleavage in ether and how it is responsible to exhibit the various types of chemical properties. Let me explain now one by one beta. Okay, in that number 1 property is action of hydroiodic acid. Action of hydroiodic acid. In this class, in this part 6th video class, we are going to discuss completely about the how does ethers shows a reaction with various type of HI. How does various types of ethers shows reaction with various types of HI? That only, okay, we have to be discussed in this class, beta. Are you ready? Very, very important topic. How does ethers shows reaction with various types of HI along with mechanism and along with need point of view? Okay, now applications I am going to teach you now only. Are you ready, beta? Good. So action of hydroiodic acid. Here three cases are there. One case aliphatic के बारे में consider करेंगे. So first suppose I want to write here case number A. All three cases are very important. Every point is important in this topic. Okay, wait. Reaction of ether. Reaction of ether with what, beta? Hydrogen iodide. Which type of hydrogen iodide? Under specific condition. Okay, the specific condition is cold or limited, okay, now concentration of HI, or simply we can say that cold or limited amount of HI. Limited amount of HI. So reactions of ether with cold or limited amount of HI. This reaction we are going to be discussed now. So मैंने यहाँ पर conditions दिया, देखो बेटा. It is not simple hydrogen iodide, cold hydrogen iodide, and we can say limited concentration of hydrogen iodide. Okay, now beta. Yeah, we are going to be discussed now. So first of all, I am going to give the statement. Try to observe. It is a property of which compound, beta? Ether. Ethers on reaction with cold or limited amount of HI. So we can write here any one condition, no problem. So ethers on reaction with limited amount of HI, limited amount of HI by using certain suitable temperature, that is around 100 degrees Celsius, or we can say 273 Kelvin. In this reaction here you are going to get mainly two products. One is nothing but alkyl iodide and one more is nothing but alcohol. So these are the two products you are going to be get here. Once again I am going to repeat the equation, listen carefully. Ethers on reaction with limited amount of HI gives a mixture of alkyl iodide and alcohols. Like that you have to say the statement. Statement clear, beta? Good. Now for that statement I am going to give you the reaction. Ether, tell me first of all what is the general formula? R bonded to O, again O bonded to R. It upon reaction with limited or cold HI, hydrogen iodide. Same thing upon heating at 373 Kelvin. So this is the formula of what, beta? Ether. It upon reaction with cold HI, or we can say limited amount of hydrogen iodide. And what I have told you here, it going to be formed, the product is alkyl iodide. One of the R place combines with I minus and it going to be formed, the product is Ri. Remaining RO minus attacked by H plus and it going to be formed the product, that is nothing but ROH. So what do you mean by Ri, beta? Yes, this is nothing but alkyl iodide. And what do you mean by ROH, beta? So we have to be say that it is nothing but alcohol. समझ गए clearly? That means यहाँ पर भी अपन bond break कर सकते हैं और यहाँ पर भी अपन break कर सकते हैं. You will get the same product in that, no difference, beta. Once again, ethers on reaction with cold HI, and also we can say that limited amount of HI, it going to be formed a mixture of alkyl iodides and alcohols. Same statement for that reaction. Now for that reaction, I am going to give you two examples. In every category, I am going to give you two examples. One by taking symmetrical alkene, one more by taking unsymmetrical alkene. दो भी लिखे तो आपको पता चल जाता perfectly. Okay, बेटा? Good. So first of all, let me consider a symmetrical alkene or symmetrical ether, or we can say simple ether. Yes, R place में क्या लिखेंगे बेटा? C2H5 and also O. O connected to R, again R connected to what, beta? C2H5. So here oxygen connected to both sides, two same alkyl groups. Yes, sir. That's why I have to say that it is an example of simple ether, but its name is called diethyl ether. समझे कि नहीं? Okay ना बेटा? Good. So it upon reaction with cold HI and also we can say that limited amount of HI. Cold or limited as you wish now. So ethyl carbocation combines with I minus and it's going to be from the product is ethyl iodide. That means if you want, you can break here. Oxygen contain charge minus and ethyl carbocation plus. If you want, you can write here also. You will get the same product because of ether is symmetrical. Okay, na beta? Good. So ethyl carbocation reacts with I minus and it's going to be from the product is ethyl iodide. And remaining C2H5O minus attacked by H plus. That means here you are going to get the product is nothing but what beta? C2H5O minus attacked with H plus. It's going to be from the product is C2H5OH. So what is the name of this reactant? Simply we can say that ethyl iodide. And what is the name of such product beta? So we have to say that it is nothing but ethyl alcohol, and also we can say that ethanol. Samjhe clearly? Right. Now I am going to consider another unsymmetrical alkene. First suppose CH3 bonded to O and O bonded to C2H5. It upon reaction with limited amount of HI, and also we can say cold HI. As if wish nana, no more condition. Okay, limited amount of HI. Now listen carefully. Yes, this reaction must be specific nana. It is called specific reaction. How to say specific I am going to tell you. Listen carefully. Actually this reaction follows the mechanism SN2 mechanism. Above one reaction also follows SN2 reaction. What do you mean by SN2? More steric compounds we have to consider, less steric compounds we have to consider. In SN2 we have to be consider simple and free, okay na, steric free compounds we have to be considered. But in SN1 more steric and bulky compounds we have to be considered. But here par one is methyl, one more is ethyl. In the two, which is steric free and which is very simple group, methyl is very simple group. Okay na beta? And as per SN2 mechanism, yes, we have to be found methyl carbocation. Methyl carbocation attacked by I minus, and remaining C2H5O minus, it goes to be attacked by H plus. Listen carefully. In this unsymmetrical alkane, bond cleavage must be occur between oxygen and simple alkyne. Bond should not be cleavage between oxygen and bulky alkyl group. Because of this is SN2 mechanism. Bond cleavage must be occur. CO bond cleavage must be occur between carbon of simple group between oxygen के बीच में करना पड़ेगा. So which is simple group? Methyl carbocation, and this is nothing but bulky or somewhat okay na bulky alkyl group is there. And one more thing also we can say that, listen carefully, I minus nothing but nucleophile. Nucleophile attack must be takes place upon smaller alkyl group. Nucleophile किसके ऊपर अटैक करना? Smaller alkyl group के ऊपर अटैक करना पड़ेगा. So I minus is nothing but nucleophile. It goes to be attacks upon smaller alkyl group, that is nothing but methyl. So methyl carbocation, it going to be accepted I minus. So the product is nothing but CH3I, methyl iodide, and remaining they have to be club beta. C2H5O minus, it goes to be accept the H plus. So the product is nothing but C2H5OH. Okay na? Good. What is the name of this reactant? Ethyl. Next it connected to what is the group? Methyl. And the functional group is nothing but ether. So how we can say now? Ethyl, methyl, ether and reaction with cold or limited amount of HI. Nucleophile attacks upon smaller alkyl group, and that forms the product is methyl iodide. And the byproduct is nothing but what beta? Ethyl alcohol, and also we can see that ethanol. I hope you understand these reactions clearly. Reaction, one symmetrical ether, one more is unsymmetrical ether. Okay, in case of symmetrical, there will be no more variation, Nana. You will get the same product. But you should be very careful in case of unsymmetrical ether. Nucleophile must be attacks upon smaller alkyl group, and that should be changes into alkyl halide or alkyl iodide. Okay, na? Good. So this is your reaction number one. One type of reaction with hydroiodic acid. Which type of hydroiodic acid? Cold or limited amount of HI. अब इसको opposite में convert करो. Cold become hot, limited become excess. Okay ना? So with hot and opposite, excess of HI, how does ether shows the reaction? That one we are going to be discussed. That is also our very important. Yes. So action of hydroiodic acid, in that we are going to consider second case B. Reaction of ether with hot or excess of hydrogen iodide. Means they are going to ask you the question, how does ethers, they shows reaction with hard HI, and also we can say that excess of HI. That one we are going to discuss. Ready? Yeah? Yes, first of all statement. So first of all you have to be considered same thing, it is a property of ether. Ethers on reaction with hard or we can say what na, excess of HI. It's going to be formed only one product here, but in case of cold and limited you are getting two products, one is alkyl iodide, one more is alcohol. But in case of hot and excess of HI, you are going to be get only one type of product, that is only alkyl iodide. Same thing upon heating at same temperature 373 Kelvin, but here you are going to get only one type of product, that is nothing but alkyl iodide. But try to remember beta, in case of cold and limited amount of HI, there will be no release of water molecule, but it forms two products. But in case of hot and excess of HI, due to its hot condition, here evolution of water molecule takes place. After the loss of water molecule, after the elimination of water molecule, here in case of hot and excess of HI, you are going to get only one product. This is nothing but alkyl iodide. But in case of cold and limited, alkyl iodide and alcohol. But यहाँ पर alcohol नहीं आएगा, only alkyl iodide. दो भी कंपैरिजन कर लो, विदाउट नोइंग कंपैरिजन कितना भी पड़े तो जीरो ना, ओके. With limited amount alkyl iodide and alcohol, with excess of HI it forms only alkyl iodide, but here elimination of water molecule is taking place. Okay, chal again same reaction, one is a reaction, one more for symmetrical, one more for unsymmetrical now. Ether was a formula, R bonded to O, again O bonded to R. What is the name of this compound beta? Ether. It upon reaction with hot or excess of HI. Hot or excess of HI. Meaning is excess of HI means we required more than 1 mole. Let me consider 2 mole because of we have to remove the water molecule. 2 hydrogens we required, so 2 HI I have taken here. I hope you understand. Good. So ethers on reaction with hot or excess of HI, it going to be formed. The product is alkyl iodide. Two R groups are there, 2 iodines are there. Simply we can write that 2 moles of Ri. This is your final product. So what is the name of your product beta? Alkyl iodide. And remaining 2 H atoms are there. They combines with O and goes to be eliminated in the form of water molecule. Bas. Yeah. Now I am going to be consider the example. Let me consider same symmetrical ether, diethyl ether, that only I am going to be considered. Then only you can do the comparison beta. C2H5O bonded to C2H5. What is the name of this ether? Diethyl ether. समझे बेटा? It upon reaction with excess of HI, कभी भी fix कर देना, always fix how many moles of HI we have to be take. In case of hot condition, 2 moles of HI and 2 moles of Ri. In place of R we have taken ethyl. How many ethyl groups are there? 2 ethyl groups. They combine with 2 iodine and the product is nothing but 2 moles of C2H5I. That means the product name is called ethyl iodide. Remaining 2 hydrogens, they combine with O and goes to be eliminated in the form of water molecule. समझ गए बेटा? Good. So diethyl ether on heating with water na hot or excess of hydrogen iodide, it going to be form the product ethyl iodide only after the elimination of water molecule. Symmetrical ether to story clear beta. Now let me consider unsymmetrical ether. CH3 bonded to O, O bonded to C2H5. Same examples I have taken here. It upon reaction with hot or excess of HI. Hot or excess of HI. Here how to write the product. Listen carefully. So this is nothing but what is the name of this compound? ethyl, and one more group is what beta? Methyl, and both are connected to oxygen, so we can say ethyl methyl ether. It upon reaction with hot or limited amount of HI, it going to be form the product. The product is, sorry, it upon reaction with what beta? Hot or excess of HI, and it going to be form the product. Always which type of product? How do we get Nana? Alkyl iodide. Listen, two alkyl groups are same, so 2 moles of ethyl iodide. But here two alkyl groups are same, different. So whatever that may be, the product should be alkyl iodide. So here you are getting how many alkyl iodide? 2 moles. One is methyl iodide, one more is ethyl iodide. Okay, beta? Good. So methyl iodide formula CH3I, and ethyl iodide formula C2H5I. Again same thing, 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen goes to be eliminated in the form of water molecule. So what is the name of your product? Methyl iodide. And what is your another product? Ethyl iodide. Maybe symmetric or maybe unsymmetrical. Definitely here you are going to get only alkyl iodide. But here two same alkyl iodide. Here two different alkyl groups are there. So you are getting two different alkyl iodides. No more difference. So final touch. Ethers on reaction with cold or limited amount of HI, they are going to form two main products. One is alkyl iodide, one more is alcohol. Ethers on reaction with hot or excess of HI, it going to be form one and only main product, alkyl iodide, but after the elimination of water molecule. Story clear? Yes. Up to now here I have taken only aliphatic ethers. Now let me consider for aromatic ethers. How does aromatic ethers shows reaction with hydroiodic acid? Consider करेंगे? Yes, A case and B case. Now aromatic ether case 3 में consider करेंगे. समझ रहे हैं? Good. Okay, case 3, reaction of, or we can say reactions of alkyl aryl ethers, reactions of alkyl aryl ethers with HI, hydrogen iodide. So this question was already clearly repeated in the previous exam also. How does alkyl aryl ethers shows reaction with hydrogen iodide or hydroiodic acid? Can I explain now? Good. Yes, here I have said the formula alkyl aryl ethers. Once again I am going to write here statement alkyl aryl ethers, it upon reaction with hydroiodic acid, limited I, excess of whatever that may be. Here in case of aryl ethers, you will get only two products. Okay, they should be fixed. Alkyl group R plus combines with I minus and goes to be eliminated in the form of alkyl iodide. And one more is nothing but aryl. Aryl means benzene bonded to O, nothing but phenoxy. It gets attacked by H plus. That means it going to be form the product. The product is nothing but phenol. समझे? So how to write the statement? ये दो प्रोडक्ट कभी भी फिक्स करना पड़ेगा. And phenol should be guarantee fixed in all aryl ethers. Yeah. Alkyl aryl ethers on reaction with hydrogen iodide gives phenol and alkyl iodides. Now can I give you the reaction beta? Yes. Alkyl group nothing but R, and what beta? Ether nothing but O, and another set the group is aryl nothing but benzene. Alkyl aryl ethers, समझ गए? Alkyl aryl ethers on reaction with limited amount of HI. Now you are going to get alkyl iodide and phenol. Listen how you are going to get the phenol. Okay, now reverse में क्यों नहीं चलेगा? Where we have to clearance the bond, either between alkyl to oxygen or between aryl to oxygen. Where we have to clearance the CO bond. That is the important point. A important point, very important. The bond between alkyl to oxygen, this one will have to be cleavage. And the bond between aryl to oxygen, it cannot undergo cleavage. इस bond को cleavage नहीं कर सकते because of here O contain the charge minus and here oxygen contain lone pairs also. That means here you can do delocalization by using pi bonds of benzene. Nothing but this is called phenoxy structure. Phenoxy structure, and also we can say aryl oxygen bond, it is more stable due to resonance. But by using R group, you can't write resonance due to absence of pi bond. Okay na beta? But between oxygen, okay na, and benzene, here we can write the pi bond. Okay, here pi bonds are there, 3 pi bonds are there in benzene. So by using 3 pi bonds and by using lone pairs of oxygen, here delocalization is there. Nothing but phenoxy ring contain resonance, and this is more stable. So you can't break this bond easily. But we can break the bond between alkyl to oxygen. So O contain charge minus and R contain plus. Here hydrogen contain charge plus and I contain charge minus. Now minus attacks upon plus and plus attacks upon minus. You are getting the product. You are going to get the product. Okay, good. R plus goes to be attacked by I minus. So the answer is nothing but Ri. समझ गए ना? Good. And one more beta. Benzene bonded to O minus attacked with H plus, nothing but you are going to get the product is phenol. So benzene bonded to O minus, it was attacked by H plus, so your product name is nothing but what beta? Phenol. And your one more product is nothing but here alkyl iodide. What is the product here beta? Alkyl iodide. And what is the name of this reactant? One group is alkyl and one more group is nothing but aryl. So alkyl aryl ethers on reaction with hydrogen iodide, again by using same temperature 373 Kelvin, and it's going to be form the product. Alkyl group changes into iodide form and remaining phenoxy group changes into phenol. This product must be fixed. So always which type of bond you are going to be cleavage? Alkyl oxygen bond or aryl oxygen bond? Which bond you are cleavaging here? Alkyl oxygen bond. We can cleavage easily due to absence of resonance. So benzene connected to O, this bond cannot be cleavaged easily due to its phenoxy resonance structure. समझ गए बेटा? Good. On the basis of this concept, now I am going to give you two very important examples. First, suppose R replaced by CH3, nothing but methoxybenzene, that is called anisole. Example number 1. Yes, I am going to be considering here benzene bonded to O, again O bonded to CH3. Like that also we can write now beta. In place of R I have written CH3. So this is called methyl phenyl ether, and also we can say that methoxybenzene, and also we can say common name you know very well. So the name of this compound is called anisole. So many times need to repeat what the question. Case it G means in every exam it was repeated. Anisole on reaction with HI, what are the product? One is phenol, one more is methyl iodide. And which bond we have to be cleavage? Phenoxy bond or alkoxy bond? We have to be cleavage alkoxy, carbon to oxygen, carbon to oxygen. Now same thing but again, anisole upon reaction with HI, okay, now whatever that may be the type, hot or in case of aryl you will get only one product. H plus combines with, and here hydrogen contains charge plus, I contain minus, O contain minus, CH3 carbocation contain plus. So methyl carbocation attacked by I minus. So the product is nothing but what beta? Alkyl iodide, nothing but we can say the answer is nothing but methyl iodide. I hope you understand this. Okay. Remaining phenoxy negative charge, it goes to be attacked by proton. So we can say H plus attacks upon O minus. So the answer is nothing but what beta? Benzene bonded to OH. So this is your final product. What is the name of this final product beta? Phenol is your final product. समझ गए ना? Yeah. I want to consider another example. Okay. You know this compound very well. Benzene bonded to O, again O bonded to C2H5. So now what we can say? Ethyl phenyl ether, and also we can say that ethoxybenzene. Ethyl phenyl ether or ethoxybenzene, it upon reaction with hydrogen iodide. Hydrogen contains charge plus and I contain charge minus. bond dissociation takes place between oxygen to alkyl group. Now benzene connected to O minus attacked by H plus, nothing but you are going to get the product is phenol. Ethyl carbocation goes to be attacked by I minus, so we can say you are getting alkyl iodide, that is nothing but what beta, ethyl iodide. And what is your another product here? Phenol. And what is the name of this reactant? Ethyl phenyl ether, or we can say ethoxybenzene. And you know very well, in the previous exam also I have given the question, the name is called what? Phenitone. Ethyl phenyl ether, or we can say ethoxybenzene, this is called phenitone. So anisole upon reaction with HI gives methyl iodide, and phenitol upon reaction with HI gives ethyl iodide. In both cases the common product is nothing but phenol. Yes, case 1, cold and limited amount of HI. Case 2, hot and excess of HI. And third case, okay, aryl ethers, or we can say alkyl aryl ethers on reaction with HI. 3 very important cases we have studied now. Now, these 3 cases are very important for objective point of view. Okay, now beta, right. From this action of hydroiodic topic, I want to discuss now 5 very important objective on theory applications. Shall we discuss now? Good. Yeah, beta. So what I am going to discuss now, from this action of hydroiodic acid between ether. So how does ether shows reaction with hydroiodic acid? Up to now we have seen 3 various cases and so many examples also we have did, Nana. But again from this topic, I have told you already, hydroiodic acid topic very important. So how does ether shows reaction with hydroiodic acid? Here again 5 different cases are there. Again they are very important for theory cum objective beta. Good. So I am going to write that very important points. Very important points for objective, for NEET and CET exams. Very important points for objective and theory. Not only for objective but theory के लिए भी important. From this also they can ask you the questions like 1 mark, 2 mark question. For objective and theory, okay, now we are going to discuss some of the very important points from the reaction of HI with various types of ethers. In that case 1, shall I write now? Yes, beta. So directly I am going to write the reactions here. Number 1, CH3 bonded to O. समझ रहे ना? CH3 bonded to O. Again O bonded to CH2. Again O bonded to CH3. One side methyl group is there. One more side ethyl group is there, and you suppose it undergo heating with HI. Heating with what? Hydrogen iodide. समझ रहे ना? Good. So already I have told you this is nothing but symmetrical ether or unsymmetrical ether. Unsymmetrical ether because of here oxygen connected to 2 different alkyl groups. One side methyl carbocation we can guess, and another side we can get the ethyl carbocation. But already I have told you, is here we have to follow the mechanism is nothing but SN2 mechanism. In SN2 what we have to do, as much as possible alkyl group should be steric free. Repulsion ज़्यादा नहीं रहना, बल्कि नहीं रहना, simple group को consider करना पड़ेगा. So this is simple. So we have to make the bond here. So as compared to carbon, oxygen contain more electronegativity and carbon contain little bit less electronegativity, and also we can say after breaking the charge is positive. Now same thing, hydrogen contain charge positive and iodide ion contain charge negative. So negative attacks upon positive. And one more thing I have told you, this is a very important point. If 2 alkyl groups are different, one side methyl, one more side ethyl. If 2 alkyl groups are different, in that case, nucleophile, nothing but negative charge species, attacks upon smaller alkyl group only. So nucleophile is I minus, it attacks upon smaller alkyl group, nothing but CH3 changes into CH3I. Already I have told you, once again I am repeating. Next, CH3 CH2O minus attacked with H plus, so the product is nothing but what beta? CH3 CH2OH. So one of the product is methyl iodide, and here another product is ethyl alcohol, and also we can say that what beta? Ethanol. I hope you understand. Good. So what is the name of this reaction? One side ethyl group is there, and one more side what is the alkyl group? Methyl group is there. Ethyl methyl बीच में क्या है बेटा? Functional group is what? Ether. One is ethyl group, one more is methyl group. So the rule is, if two alkyl groups are different, then a nucleophile attacks upon smaller alkyl group, and you are getting what nana? Alkyl iodide, and another form changes into respective alcoholic form. समझ गए ना? Good. So now I am going to consider second example. One side I am going to be consider methyl, and one more side I am going to be consider like O connected to C. One side methyl group, below plane methyl group, and right plane also I am going to be consider methyl group. One is methyl and the other side is tertiary butyl. So this is tertiary butyl. B is first letter. So we have to say the name of this ether is tertiary butyl. Yes, I have covered right side group. Next one is methyl. Tertiary butyl, methyl ether. Tertiary butyl, methyl ether, it upon reaction with, or we can say heating with hydrogen iodide. Hydrogen iodide. Again H contain charge plus and I contain charge minus. Once again here I am going to introduce another new rule, very important, listen carefully. One side methyl, one more side tertiary butyl. According to rule number 1, nucleophile attacks upon smaller group and that changes into iodide. Here also nucleophile attacks upon smaller group. Here nucleophile cannot be attacks upon smaller alkyl group. Reason is, listen carefully. मैंने यहाँ पर कट किया समझो. After cleavage of the CO bond, after cleavage of the CO bond, oxygen contain charge minus and central carbocation contain plus. Central C contain plus. It is a carbocation. But carbocation connected to how many methyl group? 3 surrounding methyl groups are there. So after breaking of the second CO bond, you are getting tertiary carbocation. But formation of tertiary carbocation more stable according to SN1 mechanism. And due to bulky group, it undergo the mechanism is SN1. But what about in first case? AB primary, both are primary. But one is very simple, follows SN2. इस यहाँ पर सिंपल है, यहाँ पर टर्शियरी है. टर्शियरी was more stable according to SN1 mechanism. So CO cleavage will be takes place between bulky group to oxygen, but not from simple group to oxygen. Now listen carefully. CH3O minus attacked by H. So we can say that CH3OH. समझ गए ना? And remaining bulky group contain C plus. Okay, I am going to write here bulky group. CH3 bond C, above plane CH3 and below plane CH3. Central C contain charges nothing but plus tertiary carbocation. It attacked by I minus. So you are going to get the product is tertiary butyl. It connected to what nana? Iodine. So the product is called tertiary butyl iodide, and the reactant and one more product is called methyl alcohol, and we can say that methanol. Once again I am going to repeat for you. Case 1. If two alkyl groups are different and smaller, if two alkyl groups are different and they are in simple form, in that case nucleophile attacks upon a very smaller group and changes into alkyl iodide. If one of the alkyl group is tertiary, condition is this only. If one of the alkyl group is tertiary, then the tertiary attacked by I minus and changes into tertiary alkyl iodide. समझ गए ये condition clearly. But simple में follows SN2 mechanism. If tertiary alkyl group is there, that follows SN1, and such tertiary alkyl group attacked by I minus and changes into the product is nothing but tertiary alkyl iodide. So as per SN1, tertiary alkyl iodide आना पड़ेगा, but as per SN2, simple group changes into iodo form. समझ गए ना? Good. Yes, I am going to explain the third most very important point. One side I am going to be considered benzene, and you suppose it connected to CH2, and you suppose it's connected to O, and O connected to CH3. Tell me one thing. One side, what is the group? Benzyl. Benzene bonded to CH2. This is called benzyl. And another side, what is the group? Is there methyl. Methyl, ethyl, whatever that may be, as you wish. Benzyl, methyl, ether. Okay, I have written clearly. It upon reaction with or heating with hydroiodic acid. Upon heating with what beta? Hi, hydroiodic acid. Hydrogen contain charge plus and I contain charge minus. Again the question is, where we have to cleavage the CO bond? Between carbon to oxygen or between benzene carbon to oxygen? So we have to cleavage the bond between the carbon which is connected to benzene. This is called benzyl. After breaking of the CO bond, you are going to get benzyl carbocation. And here O contain the charge minus. CH3O minus attacked with H, and it's going to be from the product is CH3OH. Or we can say the name is called what? Methyl alcohol or methanol. Remaining benzyl, it was highly stable carbocation, again due to resonance of pi bond benzene. Benzyl carbocation is more stable and it goes to be attacked by I minus, and the product is nothing but what beta? Yes, you are going to get the product is nothing but benzyl iodide. What is the product you are going to get beta? Benzyl iodide. One second. So already I have told you in SN1 mechanism halogen chapter. In SN1 reaction, which alkyl halides are more reactive tertiary? As compared to tertiary, allylic and benzylic halides are more reactive. So, okay, after breaking of the CO bond, you are going to get that benzyl carbocation. Benzyl carbocation is what, Nana? More stable, and it follows the mechanism is nothing but SN1 mechanism. So, as per SN1, as per benzyl carbocation, more stability, benzyl carbocation changes into benzyl iodide, and another alkyl form changes into alcohol. So, the rule is how to say the third rule. In case of benzyl alkyl ethers, benzyl group changes into iodide form and remaining alkyl group changes into alcoholic form. Due to more stability of benzyl carbocation as per SN1 mechanism, is I am going to discuss with you fourth most very important rule. Same thing I am going to be consider here benzyl group. That means benzene bonded to CH2. Again it connected to O. Again you suppose O connected to another benzene ring. So what is the name of this reactant? What to write? So one side benzyl group is there. Same thing beta, benzene bonded to CH2. Nothing but benzyl. And here another side, what is the group is there? Phenyl group is there. So simply we can say that phenyl. Benzyl, phenyl, and the functional group is nothing but here ether. So benzyl phenyl ethers upon reaction with, and we can say that upon heating with hydroiodic acid. Here hydrogen contain the charge positive and iodine contain the charge negative. Again same thing. In case of benzyl phenyl ethers, where we have to cleavage the CO bond. That is the important task beta. So here we have to cleavage the bond, again same thing, between benzyl carbon to oxygen. This bond only we have to be cleavage because of, अगर तुमने यहाँ पर कट किया समझो फिनाइल कार्बोकैटायन completely unstable. So इसलिए यहीं पर कट करना पड़ेगा. After cleavage of okay na CO bond between benzyl carbon to oxygen, you are going to get that benzyl carbocation that was highly stable. Due to resonance, we can say it follows the mechanism. Again, SN1 mechanism. Now, such benzyl carbocation attacked by I minus means you are going to get the product is nothing but what beta? Same thing, benzyl iodide. Benzene bonded to CH2, CH2 bonded to I. Remaining phenoxy group is there. It goes to be attacked by H plus. So the product is nothing but what beta? Phenol. In that way, you are getting two major products. Once again. So in case of benzyl alkyl ethers, benzyl group changes into iodide. In case of benzyl phenyl ethers, benzyl group changes into iodide. Same. But another phenoxy group changes into phenol. Both they are following which rule? SN1 rule. And last final condition, it is also very most important for you. Yes, here I am going to be considered that benzene connected to O. Again I am going to be considered here benzene. How many benzene rings are there beta? 2 benzene rings are there. So what is the name of this compound? Diphenyl ether. and we can say that diaryl ether. Up to now, so many times I have told you, phenoxy group is more stable. Nothing but benzene connected to O, phenoxy. Listen carefully. This is phenoxy number 1, and we can say this is phenoxy number 2. How many phenoxy groups are there? 2 phenoxy groups are there. Can you cleavage the phenoxy group? Phenoxy group never undergo cleavage because of phenoxide ring is more stable. Phenoxide ring is more stable due to resonance. यहाँ पर CO cleavage is not possible. If CO cleavage is not possible, on reaction with HI, you are not going to get any product. So we can say here no reaction. So diphenyl ethers on heating with HI, diaryl ethers on heating with HI, they do not undergo either SN1 or SN2. That means they are not going to form any type of product. Because of phenoxy ring is more stable due to continuous delocalization or conjugation or resonance. Once again, all 5 rules. If 2 alkyl groups are different, nucleophile attacks on smaller group and changes into alkyl iodide. If one of the alkyl group is tertiary, that attacked by halogen and changes into tertiary alkyl halide. In case of benzyl methyl ether, benzyl group attacked by iodine and changes into benzyl iodide. In case of benzyl phenyl ether, again benzyl group attacked by nucleophile and changes into benzyl iodide. But in case of diphenyl ether, on reaction with HI, here you are not going to get any product because of phenoxy rings are more stable. Here CO cleavage is not possible. समझ गए ना? Highly समझ गए ना? वहाँ पर 3 cases theory point of view and this 5 are theory come objective point of view. A very green important topic. Now from this all important concepts, I am going to give you 4 to 5 questions. Objective come theory questions. Will you answer? Yes, let me check. Good, beta. Yeah, question is, complete the following questions. Complete the following reactions. In that number 1 question I am going to give you. CH3 bonded to O, and you suppose O connected to vinyl group, CH double bond CH2. So one side methyl group is there, one more side vinyl group is there. So what will be the reactant name here? Methyl vinyl ether. Methyl vinyl ether, and upon the arrow mark here, the reagent given is upon heating with HI, HBr, HCl, any reagent you can consider. All they can react towards the ether. But which hydrogen halide goes to be react more easily with ether? So the answer is nothing but HI shows more reaction due to large size of iodine and weak bond. Next one is nothing but HBr. Next one is nothing but HCl. In that way we can do the reaction of ether with respect to hydrogen halides. So which is more reactive? HI. इसलिए मैंने सब में वही लिया बेटा. Okay ना? So methyl vinyl ether on heating with HI. What are the products? Shall we discuss now? Good. So question 1 is one thing ना, एक तुम पहले perfectly रहना पड़ेगा. Where we have to cleavage the bond. Okay? First suppose मैंने यहाँ पर cleavage किया. You are getting methyl carbocation. अगर right side cleavage किए समझो, you are going to get that vinyl carbocation. But vinyl carbocation is highly unstable. So यहाँ पर cut नहीं करना पड़ेगा. Here only we have to be break the bond. Now you are going to get the methyl carbocation, and the group is nothing but vinyl oxygen, vinyl oxide group. Okay, good. Now H contain charge plus and I contain charge minus. Shall we write the product now? Yes, here also you are going to get how many products? 2 products. One is X, one more is Y. X first series को base करके लिखेंगे. Good. X equals to, yes, here only I am going to write that. X equal to CH3 contain plus goes to be attacked by I minus. So the product is nothing but methyl iodide. समझ गए? Shall we write Y beta? Y product लिखेंगे. Vinyl group connected to O minus, CH2 double bond CH. O minus attacked by H plus. So we can say like this, Nana, vinyl alcohol. What is the name of this product? Vinyl alcohol. But vinyl alcohol is highly unstable form because of it was present in enol form. Enol form upon keto-enol tautomerism changes into enol form changes into keto form. So how to convert? इस bond को यहाँ पर shift कीजिए and this pi bond shifted towards CH2. CH2 contain minus attacked with H plus. So CH3 becomes CH3. Double bond become single bond. CH2O. This is your final product. So this is nothing but what beta? Acetaldehyde. Very important. What is the name of this product? Acetaldehyde. So methyl vinyl ethers on heating with HI gives methyl iodide and acetaldehyde. Don't say vinyl alcohol, that is unstable form as per keto-enol tautomerism. Okay, so this is the concept of which concept beta? Tautomerism concept. Next question. CH3 bonded to O, O bonded to CH. Again below plane is nothing but CH3. Again bonded to CH3. Heat upon heating with HI. Again tell me what are the two products. One is X and one more is Y. Shall we write now? Again we have to apply the rule number 1. This rule we have to be applied. In case of, if two alkyl groups are different, nucleophile attacks upon smaller group. Yes, nucleophile is nothing but I minus. It attacks upon smaller alkyl group. Here we have to break the bond. So CH3 plus attacked by I minus. The product is here, we can say that X equal to CH3I, methyl iodide. And Y equals to isopropoxy group attacked with H plus. So we can see you are going to get that isopropyl alcohol. CH3 bond CH. Below plane CH3 bonded to OH. समझ गए ना? Good. Another example I am going to write here. One is nothing but methyl and one more side is nothing but O, and O connected to CH2, again connected to CH2, again connected to CH3. That means one side methyl group is there, one more side N-propyl group is there. Again this is simple ka, okay na, group, and nucleophile attacks upon smaller alkyl group CH3I, and one more is nothing but what will be the product beta? Propoxy group attacked with H plus, and you are going to get that N-propyl alcohol, or we can say 1-propanol, CH3 CH2 CH2 CH3 CH2 CH2, O attacked with H plus. Nothing but one product is methyl iodide and one more is nothing but N-propyl alcohol. समझ गए ना? Yes. And one more very important. This is only for objective point of view. Try to be focused. I am going to consider first of all a 4-membered ring, cyclobutane. Now cyclobutane connected to one of the epoxy ring like this, nothing but cyclic ether बन गया. And you suppose one of the carbon connected to methyl. Such cyclic ether or unsymmetrical ether, heat upon heating with HI. Now tell me, hydrogen contain the charge plus and I contain the charge minus. Listen carefully, where we have to cleavage the bond, either between bulky carbon to oxygen or free carbon to oxygen. Actually above all mechanism, okay na, yes, this one follows SN2 and here also it follows SN2 because of nucleophile attacks upon smaller alkyl group. What about here? Here also SN2 only, nucleophile attacks upon smaller group nana. Okay, but listen carefully. First suppose after breaking of central bond, as compared to central carbon, oxygen contains more electronegativity. Due to its more electronegativity, it has the capable to withdraw the electrons like this. Now O contain the charge minus, central C contain the charge plus. Okay na? Yeah. Now you are getting which carbocation? 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon. ये bond तो break कर रहे बेटा. Now central C connected to how many surrounding carbon? 3 carbons are there. Tertiary carbocation, nothing but rule number 2. Tertiary carbocation attacked by I minus. Tertiary carbocation attacked by I minus. Same 4-membered. Above plane connected to CH3. Tertiary carbocation attacked by I minus and O minus. Second carbon connected to O minus attacked with H plus. So we can write here OH. This is your product. Okay na beta? Once again. And it follows which mechanism? SN1. Due to formation of which carbocation? Tertiary carbocation. गुड. अगर नीचे से ब्रेक किए समझो, you will get only secondary carbocation. So that is not correct. And go for last and final. I am going to be consider here a ring that is nothing but THF. What do you mean by THF? Tetrahydrofuran. Yes, it is also cyclic ether. It upon reaction with 2 moles of HI. But I am saying clearly, perfectly sunai karo, this is nothing but excess of HI. In above cases, cold HI, limited amount of HI, but this is nothing but hot HI, and we can say excess of HI. In excess of HI, I have told you clearly, there will be elimination of water molecule. So we have to remove the O. O takes 2 hydrogen and removed in the form of H2O. Remaining 2 iodines are there. First iodine attacks upon first carbon, and one more iodine attacks upon fourth carbon. So it is a 4-membered ring. One of the iodine given to the first carbon and one more iodine given to the second carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the final product of the name? 1,4 dibromo. 1,4 diiodo. Yeah, if you take HBr, you will get 1 bromide atom. Okay. 1,4 diiodo, and total 4 carbons are there. So we have to be see that butane. In that way, you are going to get the product is alkyl iodide. Okay ना? Yes. आज का story completely किसके बारे में पढ़ाई किए बेटा? How does ethers? How does various types of ethers shows reaction with various types of HI? Different conditions and different rules. I have told you clearly. So for this we have to discuss tomorrow. One is SN1 mechanism and one more is SN2 mechanism. Such mechanisms are not important for theory, but they are in NCERT syllabus. They have to be discussed. They won't ask you these mechanisms, but they are going to ask you today's topic completely. They are going to ask you. So try to make practice each and every statement, each and every synopsis, each and every reaction. Okay ना बेटा? चलो कल का क्लास में मिलेंगे. Take care.